Hello, we shall be discussing on factors affecting photosynthesis. Photosynthesis is under the control or influence of several factors, both internal and external factors. The internal factors include plant factors like number, size, age, and orientation of leaves, even the mesophyll cells and the chloroplasts. The external factors include availability of sunlight, temperature, carbon dioxide concentration, and water, etc. As a plant photosynthesizes, all these factors will simultaneously affect its rate. When several factors affect any chemical processes, Blackman's laws of limiting factors comes into play. So let's see what is Blackman's law of limiting factors. This law states that if a chemical process is affected by more than one factor, then its rate will be determined by the factor which is nearest to its minimal value. So let's say photosynthesis is taking place, and photosynthesis is driven by various type of factors. Now let's say there is adequate amount of chloroplast, adequate amount of water, adequate amount of carbon dioxide, and even adequate amount of light. However, the amount of temperature that is required is below its requirement. So it will be observed that the rate of photosynthesis will even be affected or reduced to the great extent because of this lack or less amount of temperature. So despite of presence of the chloroplast, even optimal amount of light and carbon dioxide concentration, the plant may not photosynthesize if this temperature is low. Therefore, if adequate amount of temperature is provided again, then the rate of photosynthesis will flourish again. So this shows that chemical processes is affected by when a chemical processes is affected by or driven by more than one factors, the rate of even one factors may determine the rate of the chemical processes as a whole. Now we shall discuss on the factors that is affecting photosynthesis. The first factor will be light. When we observe in a graph the incident light and carbon dioxide fixation rates at low intensities shows a linear relationship. At a certain higher intensities, the rate of photosynthesis gradually declines and do not show further increase in its rate. The increase in the incident light beyond certain point causes the breakdown of chlorophyll, and this decreases the rate of photosynthesis. So if the amount of light is very high, is too high also, this will cause destruction or this will damage the chlorophyll, and as a result the rate of photosynthesis will be affected or reduced. The second factor is carbon dioxide concentration. Carbon dioxide is the major limiting factors for photosynthesis. Increase in carbon dioxide concentrations for about 0.05% can also cause an increase in carbon dioxide fixation rates. However, beyond this level of carbon dioxide concentration, this carbon dioxide can cause damage to the chlorophyll when the chlorophyll is exposed for a longer period of time. So this will damage or will reduce, it will reduce the rate of photosynthesis because it will cause damage to the chlorophyll. However, plants like C3 and C4 plants respond differently to the carbon dioxide concentration. The C3 plants respond to higher carbon dioxide concentration and show increased rate of photosynthesis, leading to higher productivity. Some C3 plants like tomatoes are grown in greenhouse and allowed to grow in carbon dioxide enriched atmosphere to give higher yield. The third factor is temperature. The temperature optimum for photosynthesis is different among plants depending on the habitat they are adapted to. Those plants like C4 plants that are adapted to dry tropical regions respond to higher temperature and show higher rate of photosynthesis, while C3 plants or plants growing in the temperate region shows lower concentration optimum to carry out photosynthesis. Now the fourth factor is the water. Even though water is one of a reactant in the light reactions of the photosynthesis, the effect of water as a factor is more through its effect on the plant rather than directly affecting photosynthesis. Water stress can cause This water stress can cause stomata to close, hence reducing the availability of oxygen. Besides, water stress can also make leaf wilt. That means wilting means drying away of leaves. So thus this wilting of leaves may reduces the surface area of the leaf, and it may also reduces the rate of photosynthesis, as the size of the leaf also matters to increase or to this size also matter in increasing or decreasing or reducing the rate of photosynthesis. So this is all about the factors affecting photosynthesis.